Tammy, Flippin' Furniture. Today we're going to decoupage the other side of this can. This is an old milk can. I mean, it is rusty and crusty. At least it was. And it was already painted brown. So I'll kind of turn it around and show you the other side. I did this side. You can find this on YouTube also. It's got snow paste, I believe, on it and a stencil. So we added some extras to this side. So this is my Christmas side and had not done the other side yet. I was decorating for getting back to spring and Easter and stuff yesterday and decided it's time to do the other side. So this is the other side for now. And I'll just kind of talk about the prep a little bit. Like I said, it had already been painted brown. So I kind of sanded it some. I really could have sanded it some more to get off some more chippiness, but yeah, there's a little bit more paint I could have chipped off. But anywho, I sanded off the worst of it. And then, you know, to reveal, it looks like they might have painted it black at some time. So there's some black, there's some silver, there's some, you know, some rust, all kinds of stuff peeking out from under there. So then after I got it all cleaned up, sanded down, cleaned up again, then I sealed it. And I just spray sealed it with some spray shellac. And it looks like it might have been a gloss, which I'm not a fan of gloss. If I had it to do over, and I may someday just spray this whole thing with a satin shellac. And I think that will take the shine down. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Michelle. So that's what I might do. I might just spray the whole thing with a satin sometime, and I think that'll probably take it down, or paint on a satin sealer. But anywho, let's get to decoupaging today. And guess what? I'm going to put a cow on there. I know, not real shocking, right? But let's see if we can get you in view. It's a bigger project, which is always harder to get in view here. And I've got mixed emotions on how to do this. I had my husband pick out the cow, because I said, you're going to be looking at this all the time. I think we have, I don't know, 5-ish cows papers that I've designed. So I'm like, you got to pick out one of these. And this is the one he picked. And I think I had 3 left in stock at the time. And then apparently one of them sold. And this was yesterday. And yeah, now I just took this one, so we have one of these left, but we have a lot of other cool ones if you're looking for a cow print. So I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that one. I don't want the straight edges, but last time I think I tore them all off. I think this time I'm going to try putting it on and sanding it off when it's wet. I may regret that, but we're going to try it. So wish me luck. And we're also going to try what Royce from Roycycle does. We're going to try, because my papers are different than hers. Mine are a little bit thicker. But she sprays them. And I've tried it once on a record so far. And that did seem to help a lot. Sprays them, mists them with water first. So, actually, let's do that first. I'm trying to decide if top or bottom, or top and bottom is the way to go. Because like I said, mine are thicker. So I feel like it takes more to penetrate them. So, and again, this is just a misting bottle. It's a mister, not a spray bottle. Okay. That's wet, but it's not a saturated wet. Like I said, this side is not wet. Now hers, when you spray it, it goes all the way through. Now I feel like we're wet. There we go. And the way I understand it is that stretches your paper, kind of a pre-stretch before your decoupage medium, so that, I don't know, I can't explain it that well like Royce does, but it does make sense. So, and I do think it works. So, I mean, I can do it without wrinkles pretty much the other way, but it does take longer. So, all right, I'm gonna dry that off a little. Not that I think it makes much difference, but and sometimes if you got something rolly like this, I never even thought about it, I will roll up a towel and have it folded up on each end. You know, rolls on each side so that it can't roll away from me. But I never thought about that today, so I actually just had that sitting over here. Might need something heavier. There we go. There we go. We'll keep it here. So I'm going to do a section at a time. Probably didn't need to be quite that big. I'm not sure how wide it needed to be. So we just want a nice, even coat. Okay. I want this to be somewhat centered with the handles. And that lays down beautifully. No fuss, no muss. I'm going to get my excess decoupage medium off, and I'm using Pentart's decoupage varnish and glue, which reminds me, I will be on Facebook a little bit later, probably somewhere around 12:30 Central Time today, because we have a new release from Decoupage Queen. So I will be showing a few new molds from LeBlanche and some brand new papers from Decoupage Queen, her spring release. So that's exciting. Okay. And I could come on here and show them too if anybody wanted me to. If anybody doesn't do Facebook and wants me specifically to come on here and show them, I sure would be happy to. Just say the word. Okay, just misting the bottom half now. I'm going to lift that up. And I'm going to mist the bottom side. And I think, like I said, this is fairly new to me to do it this way. But I think you've got to get the whole thing misted, otherwise parts are going to be dry, and then it's not going to stretch right. And I have kind of found that when I was doing, what piece did I do? I was doing, some of those bunnies that I was doing with Royce's paper. When I was doing the ears and stuff, and then I was drying it, yeah, I had all that excess paper on there that was not wet. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but yeah, it's much better to cut off that excess. Otherwise, it was wanting to curl up because it was dry, and yeah, it was, yeah, I'm learning. I'm still learning. Learning new things, but yeah. But as long as it's new things that make it easier, that's awesome. Yeah, side to side might have been the better way to go than top to bottom on this one. I don't know, it's a 12 by 12. Does it make that much difference? I don't know. I'm sorry, I haven't been looking at comments. I don't know if anybody's making any, but I will be looking here shortly. Okay, that's better. I feel like I got just a little bit of pull on there, so. And of course, my can is not perfectly smooth either, so this will not be perfectly smooth, but it'll be just smooth enough. I'm just kind of wiping off the excess water on the top and kind of smoothing as I go with my paper towel. So I think I got a little more practicing to do with that, but I think it turned out pretty good. Okay, I think I want to try to, and this is what scares me now, is to try to sand this while it's damp. I mean, it looks okay like that, but I don't really want a straight edge. So I'm going to try to rip this a little with my sander. Let's see if this is the one. I have no idea what grit is on here. Doesn't feel like much. Okay, I'm getting brave. I'm going to go for a little stronger grit. And if worst comes to worst, I could put some paint over it to hide any imperfections that I do by doing this. And I don't know how much roughing it up I want. I just know I don't want a, oops, there, I went a little too crazy. I just know I don't want a straight edge over here. And this glue is not going to do any good for my sanding thing here, I'm sure. Oh well. Okay. Okay, I have to get out of my light so I can see what I'm doing. That I can see a little better now. Okay. Okay, let's do the other side. The top and bottom fit right in that groove, so I think they're okay. Let me look and see what you guys are saying, if anything. That's sick. I hope that's in a good way. Yes, I've misted mine and it works great. Awesome. I follow you everywhere, all platforms. Thank you, Michelle. It's going to look so good on the milk can. I love it because I didn't plan this, but I mean, there's brown in those cows that goes, or the cow that goes perfectly with this brown on here. Hey, Sharita. The texture looks great on it, though, with the cow. Hey, Judy. Turn your phone upside down. Looks great in the right position. The spray really helps. It does. Hey, Doris. How the heck are you? You keeping that daughter-in-law of yours under control? Oh, what am I saying? Is that possible? No, that's not possible. And it wouldn't be any fun if you could control her. Whoop. Got a little too much off of there. That's all right. And honestly, I don't think I'm doing any better or worse doing it this way than tearing it. And this is probably faster. I don't know. It seemed like it took me forever to tear it. But I can't remember if I tore the top. Well, I guess we'll have to look when we get to that side. Don't remember if I tore the top on the other side or if I just let it sit inside the ridges. Although I'm wondering how much I'm scratching that up and if that's going to look bad. Scratching up the can. Okay, I think that's uneven enough. I think we'll go over this with our decoupage medium now. And I don't think I'm going to do a stencil or anything because he fills up the whole design. And I've got, you know, the numbers in the background of this one. I do need to get some product under there. So I just don't think he needs any extra. Like I said, if he doesn't, if I wanted to, I did get out some rust paste that we could have put around the edges, but I don't think he even needs that. And now he'll be able to go back in my kitchen. I finally took my Christmas tree down. Yes, it's March 10th, so March 9th. You can write that down. Finally got my Christmas tree down yesterday. That was ridiculous. And my house isn't quite back under control, but it's a lot better. Did a lot of cleaning yesterday. A lot of dusting. Ugh. I was exhausted. Well, a lot of cleaning Saturday and Sunday. But it's much better, but I petered out about 8 o'clock last night, so I could not go anymore. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be pretty boring. I don't know if you saw the charger plate that I posted last night with one of Roy's recycled papers. I would kind of like to do that one again, but with her other paper that's just about like it, which is probably not very smart because I don't have very many of those papers in stock, but the heart wants what the heart wants. But I thought about doing that one. It's got fine line crackle, but I don't know if the pen would match it. Because the other one I did was the sepia color, and I used a gold pen with it. Well, that just looks ridiculous now. I think I got way too much product on here. But, yeah, I don't know if I'll get to that. I would like to do another Facebook Live today. I know I'm gone tomorrow. I've got one doctor appointment. Greg's got two. One's an eye appointment, but for Greg. But so we're just gonna make a day of it, and then yeah, I know in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks from now, I travel. So, and then I'll basically be gone for 2 weeks. So, trying to get some time in before I got to be gone. Okay, let's clean off. I got cleaning on the brain. And maybe we will dry that a little bit. Let's see what you guys are saying, and then I'll dry. Just got a new daughter-in-law. Oh, congratulations, Michelle. I want one of those. My son and them got married. It was a beautiful wedding on the beach. Oh, that's awesome. I was with Crazy Woman yesterday. Oh, Oh, yeah, for Noah's birthday. I was thinking of a different crazy woman in your family. Never mind. There's no controlling her. That's what makes her her. Amen. Judy, question on metal not painted. Do you need to seal the metal first before adding transfer or decoupage? I probably would. This one, I did seal this with shellac first. I kind of went over that in the beginning. I cleaned it up, I sanded it, and I sealed it with shellac. But I have done that before, and it did not save me from. Let me see if I can show you. So I don't know if I needed to shellac it more or if I needed to use a paint on, but I think I know I shellacked it, but you can see it rusted through on here. This is a saw blade. I'm sure you can tell by the cutouts, but yeah, I was going to do a project on here. I don't know if you can see the little, little flecks of rust coming through. I guess maybe if you didn't know, yeah, you can see it around the center too. I mean, I can still work around it. I could still do something with it, but anywho, yeah, normally I think you can just shellac it to seal it, but or maybe, I don't know. This wasn't really that rusty. So, because this had already been painted, but that one was rusty. So, what size is my can? Top to bottom, it is about, let me turn it over, about 19 inches tall. And that's a 12 by 12 paper, and there's one on the other side too. So, if that helps you any, it's got to be about, I don't know, 24 plus 4 plus 4, 28, 32 around, I'm guessing. I mean, circumference. Let me dry this a little bit. See how he looks when he dries. Looking pretty handsome. I'll let him dry the rest on his own there, but oh, okay, yeah, we'll go back to that one too real quick. And that one, I'm pretty sure I did this one. Oh gosh, I don't know if I did it on Facebook or YouTube, but I know the video is here on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. And I'm sure that is one of my papers too, that I added a stencil. And I'm assuming that's snow paste or something on there. It looks like it's got more glitter in it though, so I'm not sure what I put on there, but oh, and I did tear it up there at the top too, so I was curious about that earlier. So yeah, this will go in my kitchen now. And I was saying earlier, oh, he's handsome. Apparently, I must have used a glossy sealer, a glossy, oh, and not shellac, but maybe a glossy polyurethane over the top. Spray fast drying polyurethane, and I'm not a glossy girl, so I may respray this whole thing with a satin to try to get that a little less glossy. I mean, I could also paint on, you know, some Tough Coat matte, but you know, if I could just take this outside and spray it real quick, that would be the quicker way for me. And you know, time is always an issue, so I may just do that and try to beat that gloss down just a little bit. And if not, it's not the end of the world, but I could do something on the sides. I could do a stencil on the sides to join that. wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, it probably is never going to bother me because there's enough showing on the front that it, but I don't know. I'm sure I've probably got a 12-inch tall stencil somewhere that would blend in with that, but anyhoozle, that's what we did. And don't forget, I will have the spring release from Decoupage Queen on here. It is